We're back in Cyberpunk 2077, and it can mean only one thing. There is a new patch fixing more of the issues that is present. This is patch 1.23, and we'll be going over the patch notes. For context, we're on Xbox Series X playing in the performance mode. Still awaiting the next-gen release because it still isn't fully optimized for next-gen consoles. And they did say in the summer, so hopefully that still happens. Anyways, first off, we're starting with quests and open world. Space Oddity. Fix an issue where the open the package objective could change location. Gig. Family Matters. Fixed an issue where Juliet's car could disappear on site after completing the quest. Fixed a streaming issue in Juliet's house. Fixed an issue where it wasn't possible to enter Juliet's house if the player didn't meet either of the attribute requirements. The Heist. Fixed an issue where Jackie could go through some glass. Fixed an issue preventing some guards from attacking the player. Fixed an issue where search the Arasaka officer objective could remain active after fulfilling it. Fixed an issue where the mech didn't spawn in the lobby. Another issue where the Arasaka guards could clip through the door. Another one where the guards could spawn on the player's site. Oh, I get that. Appearing in front of you. Where Arasaka's officers could be inaccessible, making the player unable to loot the shard and blocking progression. The Nomad. Removed unnecessary button prompts. The Hunt. The new segment in the shard from River will now properly play audio. The Beast in Me. Fixed an issue where progression could be blocked if the player left Claire after the Santo Domenico race too early. Queen of the Highway. Fixed an issue where the Basilisk could clip through some of the trees. Down on the Street. Fixed an issue where there were no quest-related dialogue options when talking to Wakako. Forward to Death. Smoke and dust will no longer flicker while riding the Basilisk. Gig. Goodbye Night City. Fixed an issue where progression could get blocked after rescuing Bruce if the player called Delamain. Path of Glory. Fixed an issue where V could get stuck in the AV if they stood at the landing spot before it arrived. Gig. No Fixers. Fixed an issue where it wasn't possible to open the door to Dakota's garage at the end of the quest. Fixed an issue where Iris could teleport instead of walking. Gig. Getting Warmer. Fixed an issue where the Fixer's car could drive straight through the intersection instead of turning right. Fixed an issue where the prompt to use the coolant on 8 Bugbear 8, it's like Bugbear but 8s instead of Bs, could still be selected while plugging her out, which could break the animation. Fixed an issue where it wasn't possible to pick up Bugbear. Fixed an issue where NPCs could spawn underground blocking progression. Gig. Many ways to skin a cat. Fixed an issue where notifications from Regina regarding this gig could appear during the heist. Fixed an issue where it was possible to connect to the computer after failing the quest by destroying the van, which resulted in player getting stuck. Fixed an issue where progression could get stuck on go to the Revere Courier Services Facilities objective. Cyberpsycho sighting, where the bodies hit the floor. Fixed an issue where after collecting the information, the next objective to send it to Regina wouldn't appear. Cyberpsycho sighting on deaf ears. Fixed an issue where after collecting the information, the next objective to send to Regina wouldn't appear. I Fought the Law. Fixed an issue where River wouldn't be present at the meeting spot before entering the Red Queen's race. Gameplay. Fixed an issue where after killing a NPC and stealing their car, their body could get stuck in the car. Oh, I remember that one. Adam Smasher will no longer receive damage during animations between his attack phases. Oh, that's lame. Fixed an issue where dropping a NPC's body caused too much destruction. Cata Resist cyberware should now work properly. Visual. Fixed Johnny's spectral appearance in various quests. Fixed various issues related to clipping an NPC's clothes. Fixed appearance of the rocks in the Badlands. The Pickup. Fixed an issue where one of the Maelstormers was T-posing. Stability and performances. Numerous crash fixes and animations, UI, scene, physics, and gameplay systems. Memory optimizations and memory management improvements in various systems, reducing the number of crashes. Various console CPU optimizations. Memory and I/O improvement leading to fewer instances of NPCs with identical appearances spawning in the same area, and to improved streaming. PC specific. Fixed an issue where it wasn't possible to click the upgrade button while playing with 1280 by 720 as a resolution. Fixed an issue where toggling the windowed and full screen modes with Alt-Enter made the game appear unresponsive. Steam. Changing language settings to default will now set it to the language of the Steam client. A pop-up message asking to verify integrity of the game data will now be displayed when incompatible or corrupted data is detected. Xbox specific. Fix an issue where signing out during a scene fade out could result in the game being partially unresponsive. Fix an issue where the pause menu would open up again on its own if the Xbox guide and the pause menu were closed in quick succession. That's all the fixes today. Wow, that is not as lengthy as a list as it was last time. The other one literally took me, I think, 40 minutes to go through talking pretty fast. So this is a nice and quick list. I actually filmed too much for how much there is to say about this patch update, which is a bit odd, I suppose you could say. But yeah, it looks like they're continuing to fix and update the game. Apparently those on the PlayStation market will once again be able to buy the game in the near future. That wasn't listed as part of the patch notes, but it is something that has apparently, I guess, been slightly rumored and or mentioned recently, the fact that that was happening. So I thought it would be worth mentioning. And like I had said at the beginning, there were discussions of the fact that this was supposed to be optimized for next-gen consoles come the summer. So hopefully that is something they are still working on in regards to improving the game. It is great that they continue to update things, and yeah, you know what, it actually seemed to be running decently fine. I didn't notice any issues. I mean, I've always thought that this game ran, decently well on, more powerful consoles or via Stadia, but yeah, there definitely were a lot of bugs. And even last time when there was, kind of a hot fix, and I went and did that, I did notice, right off the bat, there was some glitches and stuff and issues, so that was kind of funny. But now, coming back here, yeah, I didn't really encounter a bug while playing for, a fair bit of time, which is good. So that's kind of awesome. And of course, I'm always interested in hearing if other people come across anything, a little bad or whatever that pops up while they're playing, because I always think that's kind of, interesting to hear about. And it has been quite a while since the last update. I'm just giving some supplementary information because I didn't expect this to be so short. So anyways, the last hotfix was April 28th, 2021. Today's update was on June 18th. So kind of small little, incremental like updates every now and then. It seems like quite a big gap. May, June, no, about a month and a half. Still seems a little bit long for the options that they added. So I'm kind of expecting maybe there's a bigger kind of patch in the future, if that makes sense. Like, it seems like there's been 3 patches, as to say, like there was patch 1.2, then hotfix 1.2.1, and then hotfix 1.2.2, and then this is obviously patch 1.2.3. So before that we had patch 1.2, and before 1.2 was 1.12, 1.11, and 1.1. So it seems like they definitely have a system of doing a couple smaller fixes. Well, they do the patch, and then they hotfix, and then they do a slight bigger patch. So hopefully in the future we'll have something a little bit more expansive to talk about and share. But yeah, this was a quick sort of venture back into the world of Cyberpunk 2077, which is actually something I have a lot of fun playing each time I go in. I know, shocking, right? But yeah, I actually really love the Cyberpunk-esque world. And of course, when there are new patches in the future, I'll be covering them and going over everything that they've changed, kind of giving you the full details on that in a precise and quick manner, as the best as I can, really. And if you want to see the extensive last update they did, I had a long video for it. Like, seriously, it was, kind of wild just how extensive the updates were last time around. So I kind of was expecting the same thing this time around. I guess I should have taken a look, but last time I was underprepared, and this time I was obviously very much overprepared when it comes to videos. Yeah, it took 41 minutes and 36 seconds of like straight talking in order to actually cover all of the 1.2 patch, which I think is just kind of nuts. But I mean, it was something they were working on for a very long time. But yeah, I'm excited about the optimized version for the game. I'm kind of intrigued to see where they go with it in the future. I think it's going to be, quite a lot of fun to hopefully see where things head, and the fixes that are made and the changes that are done as well. I'll mention, outside of this, I do have a really interesting interview with Emily Wu Zeller, who voiced Pan Am on the channel. If you kind of want to get some information about, the character behind the role, talking about, how she performed Pan Am and everything like that, I think it's kind of a a fascinating sort of thing, but I don't really have any other details outside of that. And that is basically Cyberpunk 2077 for now. I'll see you come the next patch, I guess.